Hey everyone. So before I show you the charts, I want to explain you the concept here. Then we can look into the charts and identify. So there are while trading, there are two ways we can do. One is proactive, one is reactive. Proactive is where you plan the trend even before it happens. The reactive is where you take the trades based on once it happens, then you take the trades. So I'll explain you about the proactive one, which is right where you are planning well before what can happen, so that you will be on the right side of the trend. And then I'll also show you the second type of strategy where we take trades based on the reactive to the price or reactive based on the volume. So as most of you already know, we use indicator called futures level manager, stocks level manager to trade them. So generally, there is a level called as a magnetic level or a high volume level, which is also called as a fair value zone. So that helps us to determine what is the overall trend, what is the overall direction of that instrument. Generally, if the price is above that magnetic level or the fair value zone, that means generally the price is bullish. So this fair value zone or magnetic level, high volume level is where there are lot of buyers and lot of sellers. So if buyers can go above that level, that means buyers are taking the control from sellers. Or if price goes below that level, that means sellers are taking the control from buyers and it can be bearish. So that level, that fair value level or magnetic level, high volume level acts as a base for that entire day. So when we want to take the trades right, for example, tomorrow if we want to take the trades, we can look at something called as previous day low, previous day high. Based on that, we can determine what direction the price can go for the ticker. For example, if the previous day open and previous day close are much higher above the magnetic level, then generally the price will stay bullish, right? So if price opens above the magnetic level and also closes above the magnetic level, next day also the price can stay bullish. That means buyers took the control for the whole day and buyers can continue the trend for next day also. So for example, if you see any ticker where it opened much above the magnetic level and closed above the magnetic level, there is a high possibility for the stock to go up in the same direction on the next day also. In the same way, bearish, right? If a price opens below magnetic level and closes below the magnetic level, the chance there is a high possibility for the price to stay in the same direction in the next day also. So then we will mainly look for the sell signals, right? If you get any buy opportunities, it is better we don't take them. We only focus on sell opportunities. Whereas if it opened above magnetic level, closed above magnetic level, we only look for the buy opportunities. If it closes below the magnetic level, opens below the magnetic level, we only look for the sell opportunities. So is this clear? The first two uh, conditions or the first two rules. Let me show you with some examples so you will understand it better. So let us look something like, let us take some tickers and you have to tell me. So for example, if I want to understand whether copper will stay bullish or bearish tomorrow, I have to go to the daily level, right? Go to the daily time frame. And then, so for a bearish candle, your open is always at the top. That means if it is a red candle, your open is at the top, your close is at the bottom. Right? The price closed at a lower price than the opening price. So this is your open price, this is your close price. So on Friday, this is our magnetic level, right? This is our fair value zone or a magnetic level or a market bias, right? This is our high volume level. This is where there were a lot of buyers, lot of sellers based on the gamma pockets, based on the open interest, based on different factors. We can identify where is the magnetic area, magnetic level. So now your open and close are below the magnetic area. So what do you think? What is the high possibility? Do you think this price copper will stay bullish or copper will stay bearish or copper will be choppy tomorrow or tonight, tonight and tomorrow? So copper will be bearish. So whenever price opens and closes below the magnetic level, that that ticker will stay bearish. So now today evening, right, we may see there can be multiple, right? So for a high level, right, always you do top-down analysis. That means start from the highest level, from a daily point of view. On Friday, this was below the magnetic level. The open was below the magnetic level. The close was below the magnetic level. That means there is very, very high possibility for price to go down further. So now on daily, so now I can go to copper and just mark it in the red color. Now I'll go to 5 minutes. So in 5 minutes, I can, right, if I want, I can also select buy and sell signals. So if I get a buy opportunity, it may be only for a little amount of time. If it goes to here and if I get a sell signal, that will be my best opportunity. That can stay for 1 hour, 2 hours. So I'll only focus on the sell signals. So today evening, whenever I get sell signal on copper, I'll only focus on the sell opportunities. So for example, right, if I see a buy, it may go a little bit up, touch this, and then get a sell signal. So you want to focus on sell, then it might go all the way down. So most of the day it will be bearish. So you better ignore the buy opportunities and focus on the sell signals. So your chance of success will be much more higher because overall the direction is bearish. So better you don't focus on the buy opportunity. You just skip the buy opportunities and you mainly focus on the sell opportunities because on a daily time frame on the previous day, the open was below the magnetic area, the close was below the magnetic area. So that is where we will focus only on the sell signals. Now let us take a different ticker, right? Let us go and look at silver. So now for a bullish candle, right? Whenever a candle is green, generally the open will be always at the bottom, the close is always at the top. If it is a bullish candle, open is at bottom, close is at top. So for this candle, the open was above the magnetic area, the close was above the magnetic area. So open is above magnetic, close is also above magnetic. That means there is a high possibility. So what do you think, right? So for silver, it will be bullish. So we will mainly focus on the bullish trades, right? That means whenever we get a buy signal, if you get a sell signal, it is better you avoid it, right? Because overall high level trend on a daily time frame is going up, small pullback, going up, going up. So there is a high possibility for price to go further high. So we will now you go to 5 minutes time frame. If I get a buy opportunity, that will be a nice, right? So whenever I get a buy signal, I can take the trades. Whenever you get a sell signal, you can skip it. right? Don't take the trades. So mainly we'll focus. Sell might be only for small time. Buy can be for 10, 20, 30 candles. Your buy will be there. So that's how, by looking at the high level trend, you can stay in the right side of the direction, and you don't need to take each and every trade. Whenever you have a buy signal, right, sell only 3, 4 candles, buy nearly 10, 15 candles, buy 10, 15 candles. So there was a sell, but buy always have will always have more and more candles. So generally your risk is minimal when you focus on the buy side rather than the sell side. So again, I repeat. So first thing is, right, for example, now if I want to go and check how Apple can, right, or Microsoft or SPY or something, let us go to Apple. If you see Apple in the daily time frame, where is your magnetic level? This is your fair value zone, where your buyers and sellers are equal. So your candle, your daily candle, open, close. Open is above, close is also above the magnetic area. That means there is very high chance for price to go further high. It is bullish. It is going up, going up. So it went up, up, up. Some small pullback went up. So tomorrow we'll see more potential for Apple to go up. So we'll only focus on the buy signal. So tomorrow, if you go to 5 minutes, when you get a sell signal, don't take the puts. Tomorrow, if we get a buy signal, then we can buy the calls. But we'll avoid the sell opportunities. Whenever we get a buy signal, we'll take the trades. Right? I hope is it making sense? So let us go to Microsoft. Now you tell me, what do you think Microsoft? Do you think Microsoft can go further high or can drop? Right, again, the same rule. If the open and close are above the magnetic area, that means this is where you have 50-50, 50 buyers, 50 sellers. But buyers were able to open above the this area and also close above the area. That means buyers took the control. There is very high possibility the trend will continue. So we'll only focus on the buy signals. If you only whenever you get a buy signals tomorrow morning, so you don't, right? It doesn't mean that you have to buy at a top. You wait for price to come to some level where you get a buy signal, right? If it comes to a demand zone, a buy zone, and you get a buy signal, then we can take the long opportunity, right? You should not take long somewhere where you are close to a sell zone or where you are close here. But whenever it comes, right, there will be always a pullback, right? In daily, it is in bullish. It doesn't mean that in 5 minutes it will keep going up. It will go up, it will come down. It will go up, it will come down, right? It will always create higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So whenever it creates a higher low, we will go, right? We can take calls for Microsoft tomorrow morning. Let's look at SPY. So if you look at SPY, right, it is above the magnetic area. So the open was above the magnetic area, the close was above the magnetic area. That means unless there is any major event, the trend will continue. If there is any event tomorrow, CPI, PPI, job report or something, it can reverse. But otherwise, there is a high possibility the trend will continue for another 2-3 days until SPY goes above and then drop. The trend will continue in the same direction. Your open and your close was above the magnetic area, above the fair value zone. That means buyers got the control. Buyers will continue to take the control. So when tomorrow or today evening, whenever you get a buy signal on ES, we'll take the long opportunities. We'll focus mainly on the buy signals. If you get a sell signal, you can ignore it. right? For example, let us go and check for Bitcoin. So if you see Bitcoin daily, where is your magnetic, right? This is your magnetic area. So price opened above the magnetic area and it is still going on. So that means you will mainly focus on the buy opportunities. Whenever you get a buy signal, that's a good opportunity. Your sell may be only for small time. Your buy will be for much longer duration. There will be a lot of candles in the buy. Sell the small pullback, again it went up. So from morning it was keep going up. So like this, we always look at. So now tell me what do you think will happen for crude oil? Crude oil also there is very high possibility for price to continue. So it did not open above the magnetic area, but it opened little bit below the magnetic area, but closed above the magnetic area. That means the trend can continue further. Buyers took the control, crude oil can go further high. So we'll only focus on the buy opportunities, buy signals today evening, tomorrow. Mainly, if you take buy signals, your risk is minimal. It can go all the way to the top. Like that for anything, if the open and close are above the magnetic area, we will focus on the buy opportunities. If the open and close are below the magnetic area, like copper, your open is below the magnetic area, your close is below the magnetic area, we'll only focus on the sell signals. So then your risk is minimal. You can hold the trade for longer time. So now, if you get right on Friday, we got a sell signal. So if you find a sell like this, then confidently you can hold for 1 2 hours and make $1,000, $1,200 with one trade. So here, this is your swing sell signal. This is your scalping sell signal. Both of them came at the same time. We know that overall in daily it is bearish, right? It is your open and close were below the magnetic area. If you get the swing sell, then nearly on Friday morning we got a sell for entire nearly throughout the day it was going down. There were small pullbacks. It came down, small pullback, sell, small pullback, sell, small pullback, sell, small pullback. But overall trend is bearish, right? That's how when you if you take a buy signal when the trend is right, your daily trend is bearish. But if you take a buy signal, suddenly it started dropping. If you take a buy signal, suddenly it started dropping, you will think it may come back up, but it went all the way down. So you will avoid these scalping buy signals. You will only focus on the sell signals. So whenever you are in a sell signal, swing, it is sell. One is you can just take the swing sell and hold until you see a buy signal. Or you just take these scalping sell signal. You got a buy, close the sell. Again, you got a sell, open a sell. You got a buy, close the sell. You got a sell, again open a short position. You got a buy, take profits on the sell signal. You got a so for buy, you will not open a long position. You will only close the short position. Whenever you get a sell, you will open a short position, close the short, but you will not take the reverse side. Now you got a buy, you better avoid it because overall in the daily time frame, in the previous just you don't need to worry about all the days, just to watch for what happened on Friday. So if you are watching today, you will see that on Friday, my open was below the magnetic area. My close was also below the magnetic area. So that means there is a high possibility for copper to go further down. Sellers took the control. They did not allow the buyers to take the control and go up. Sellers took the control. They are pushing the price down. further and further. So generally the trend will continue all the way down for minimum 3 4 days, right? Because earlier it was going up and up, it touched the resistance. Now again the trend turned into the bearish direction. It will continue going down. So today we'll see more drops on the copper. So now you just go and tick it in the red color. That means okay, whenever I get sell signals, I'll take the short opportunities. If I see any buy signals, I'll avoid the buy opportunities like that. Or for crude oil, okay, it is above magnetic area, close is also above magnetic area. I'll only focus on the buy opportunities. Natural gas, my open was right little below the magnetic area, but close was above the magnetic. That means the trend got, it was going down. Suddenly the trend got reversed. That means the trend got from bearish to bullish. So now also I'll mainly focus on the buy opportunities. NQ, same thing. The open was below magnetic area, but close was above the magnetic area. So I'll mainly focus on the buy opportunities. For GC, my open was little bit above magnetic area, but close was below the magnet, or open was here, close open was little bit above magnetic area, close was below the magnetic area. So I'll mainly focus on the short opportunities. So for GC, copper, today we'll mainly look at the sell opportunities. For silver, Dow Jones, Russell, ES, NQ, crude oil, natural gas, we'll mainly focus on the buy opportunities. Right? So you get these levels every day. You just copy those levels. That will show you which are where is the uh, right high gamma pockets, or where there are lot of volume, buyers and sellers volume. Based on that, you can estimate. So for stocks, options, right, for anything, you use the same strategy. Whenever it is looking very bearish, you only focus on the sell opportunities, sell signals. So there is a high possibility it may come all the way down in the next 2 3 days. It went all the way up last 4 5 days. 1 week it was from the bottom, it went all the way to the top. On Friday it started dropping. So next 2 3 days we may see much bigger drop with copper. So we'll mainly focus on the sell signals with copper today, tomorrow, right? So you can make nice profit. So you are based on the high level time frame. You are mainly trading based on the direction. In the same way, right? You do the same thing for stocks also. If so, what do you think Amazon? Right? Your open is above the magnetic area. Your close is also above magnetic area. So mainly you will only look whenever. So in a higher time frame, you always look at the trend or direction. Right? In a daily time frame, you are looking at what is the overall direction. Now in 5 minutes, whenever you get a buy signal, you can buy the calls. So if you get a sell signal, you will avoid buying the puts. Right? You will let us go and look at better. So this is our magnetic area. Your open is above magnetic. Your close is also above magnetic. That means there is a high chance for Meta to go further up. If you look at NVIDIA, your open is above magnetic, your close is above magnetic. That means there is a high chance for NVIDIA to go further high. So whenever NVIDIA gives a buy signal tomorrow, if you get this buy opportunity, that swing buy opportunity, right? Whether you get a scalp buy opportunity or let us say you get this buy, that is much better opportunity, right? You can buy calls. Or if you missed this buy opportunity, then you will take the next buy signal or this buy signal. So because overall trend is very, very bullish. So if you get the swing buy, that is the best time to get it. But if you missed this buy, you can get any scalp buy. If you see a sell, you won't take a short trade. Only your focus is on the buy signals. You will take the buy opportunities. So that's what. So yeah, you need to import the levels for the. You will see all these levels once you import. But now you are marking that okay, Apple is bullish, Microsoft bullish, Pi bullish, QQQ bullish. Like that, you know copper is bearish, gold is bearish. Even before the market opens, you are not reacting to the price. You already have a plan. You know copper is in a downtrend, gold is in a downtrend, VIX is in a downtrend. Right? If you see VIX, right? It is magnetic area. Your open is below the magnetic area. Your close is sorry. Your open is below the magnetic area. Your close is below the magnetic area. That means VIX is dropping. That means there is a high possibility tomorrow we may see further drop with VIX. So we'll only look for the puts tomorrow on VIX. So on a higher time frame, you always look at the direction trend. On the lower time frame, you will take the trades. For planning purpose, use higher time frame. For execution purpose, so tomorrow if I get a buy, generally you can avoid the buy signal. But if I get a buy, it might be only for very, very small time. You don't take calls here. You don't try to enter into long position or calls. But if I get a sell opportunity, right? If you see a sell signal like this, that is the best one to focus, where you can make a lot of money. So your sell say because the overall higher time frame trend is bearish, I want to only wait for these sell opportunities. I want to avoid the buy signals. So like this, even before the market open, you can always go to daily time frame, use the Friday levels, and then just check my open is little bit above the magnetic, but buyers were not able to take the control. The price got closed here. That means gold can drop further today. Whenever market opens today, I'll only focus on the sell opportunities. Right? It doesn't mean that immediately when it opens you have to short it. But whenever you get a sell opportunity, so now what I'll do is I'll go to 5 minutes. So now it is at a bottom. There might be a small pullback, but if it comes somewhere around 33.48, there can be a nice drop. So I'll wait for those sell zones. This is a sell zone. This is a sell zone. So whenever price comes to that sell, and then if I get a sell signal, whether this sell signal or the major swing sell, that will make huge profits. Right? This sell signal will make huge profit. So you don't get tempted with the buy signals. Your swing is in a sell. That means whenever you get a sell, you can take a short. Whenever you get a sell, you take a short. Whenever you get a buy, you avoid the buy. If you want, you can just close the short position. Again, you got a sell, buy, close the short position. Again, you got a sell, For 10, 15 candles, it came down. For 4, 5 candles, 3, 4 candles, it went up. So your buy will be only for small time. Your sell will be for much longer duration. So today evening, whenever we see sell opportunities with gold, we can take the short. Whenever you see the buy opportunities, ignore. You close the sell, don't open a long position. Same thing with copper. Whenever you see sell signals, you take the short. Whenever you get a buy, you ignore the buy opportunities. Don't enter buy signals. So if you follow this, so even before the market open, you know, okay, I will only look for sell on these two. I'll look for buy on the others. So now you will take the trades based on the high level direction, based on the high level trend. You will not take the wrong side trades, or you will not. So in that way, the same thing with stocks also, you can do the same thing. Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, Nvidia, whichever it is. Always you can go to daily, check where the magnetic level is. If the open and close are above the magnetic area, that is the best buy opportunity. Only focus on buy. If the open and close are below the magnetic area, only focus on the sell signals. If the open and close are very close to the magnetic area, that means it is a doji or it is a very choppy day, then better you don't take any trades on the next day, or you wait for price to break. So, for example, if sometimes price will go up, come down, go up, come down, it will stay at a magnetic area or a little bit close up or here. Your open and close will be very um, close to this area. That means it is a doji or it is like a choppy day, a sideways day, where there is no proper direction. Then next day you have to wait for price to break minimum above this level to take the trades, or it should go below this level to take any short trades. Wait, let me show you. So one scenario is where your open and close are above the magnetic level. Then you focus only on the buy signals. The other scenario is when your open and close of the previous day is below the magnetic area, you focus only on sell signals. The next one is where your open and close are close to the magnetic area or the fair value zone. It is like a doji candle where it went up, came down, it closed. Your open is close to the magnetic area, your close is also close to the magnetic area. Then you wait for a proper confirmation. Don't just enter the trades on these type of tickers where it is there is right. It is an indecision candle. It is neither bullish nor bearish. Here, it is completely a bullish, right? Your daily candle is a bullish candle, right? For example, crude oil or right, for NQES, you can see that it was a bullish candle. For copper, gold, it was a bearish candle. So you clearly know the direction. Copper is dropping, gold is dropping. So you only focus on sell signal. ES, NQ, YM, crude oil, they are bullish candles. So you focus on the buy opportunities. If there is some ticker which is neither bullish nor bearish, it is more like a doji, an indecision candle, then either don't take any trades for the ticker or wait for price to go above magnetic level, above resistance 1, resistance 2, then you know that, oh, okay, finally buyers took control. So this is where the trend reversal, right, where price actually opened below the fair values, right, your magnetic level, but closed above the magnetic level. So here in bullish, your open is above the magnetic level, your close is also above the magnetic level. That means 100% you have confidence that it can continue go further. Here your open is above the below the magnetic level, your close is below the magnetic level. You are 100% confident it will go further down. This is where your open and close are close to the magnet. You don't know whether it can go up, it can go down. You avoid the trades for this type of ticker. This is a ticker where your open was below the magnetic level, but your close was above the magnetic level. That means the trend got reversed. It was going down, suddenly it started going up. There is a high possibility this trend will continue. So we'll mainly look for the buy signals. Here the open was below, the open was above the magnetic level, but the close was below the magnetic level. That means there is a trend reversal, right? The trend was reversed from bullish to bearish. The open was here, close was here. So that means the trend can continue. So this is the major difference. Here open and close are above, here open and close are below. But whereas this is a trend reversal candle where your open, so I was showing you the gold example, right? That is where it did not open above the magnetic level. It opened below the magnetic level, but by the time it closed, it became bullish. That means buyers took the control as part of the day. Here, at the open of the day itself, it was bullish. Close of the day also, it was bullish. Here, at the open of the day, it was bearish. Close of the day, it was bearish. Whereas in this scenario, the open was below the level, but because of some news or something, buyers took the control, took the price all the way up. That means it became bullish during the day. Then the trend will continue mostly on the day. So if you find these type of opportunities, they are much more, you can confident, right? For example, copper, gold, they are very bearish, right? So I hope you're getting it. You're not getting confused between scenario one. So this is scenario one. This is scenario two. This is scenario three. This is scenario four. This is scenario five. In scenario one, you are open, you are close, both are above the magnetic level. Then next day also there can be 90% possibility the trend will continue. Scenario two, the open and close are below the magnetic level. The trend will continue in the same way. So these are the best tickers which you can focus. Then here your open and close are close to the magnetic level. They are not either above, they are not below. This is scenario three. Either you can avoid or you have to wait for the trend to go a little bit up. Then only you can take it. Or if it goes down, you take the short. If it goes up, you. But if you see something on Friday, let us see some ticker got closed like this. Then tomorrow morning you have to wait for first 1 hour, 1.5 hour for price to go either high or go down before you take the trades. Right? Better either you completely avoid or you wait for a confirmation. On this one, it opened on Friday. It opened at a bottom but closed at a top. It opened at a top, closed at bottom. So these are like 70% possibility the trend will continue. Here you have 90% possibility the trend will continue. So going back to trading view. So I hope you remember, right? Scenario one is completely bullish. Scenario two is completely bearish. So this is your open is below, your close is also below, which is our scenario two. That means that trend can continue going down further. 90% of the time, copper will go further down today. Right? This is our scenario two, bearish candle. You are open and close or below the magnetic area. So you have high possibility trend will continue in the same direction. So you mainly focus on the sell. So this is the best opportunity. So you have 20, 30 tickers, but out of 20, 30, copper is a good ticker today because we can clearly see that it is your open was below the magnetic area, your close was below the magnetic area. 90% it will go further down today evening. Now if I go to gold, right, your open was little bit above magnetic area, right? This is your magnetic area. Your open was here and your close was here. So is this scenario two or scenario five? So do you think, right, out of copper and gold, which one do you think is more bearish? Right, this is scenario 5 because your open was above the magnetic. That means initially gold was bullish, but by end of the day it became bearish. So this is scenario 5. Whereas copper, the day open was bearish, day close was also bearish. So that means it is very bearish. So when you have an opportunity between GC and copper, today if you take copper and you focus on the sell signals, you will make more profits because GC was 80 or 75% bearish. Copper is nearly 100% bearish. Throughout the day, it was below the major area where there are, right here you have 50% buyers, 50% sellers. But throughout the day, sellers took the control. They never gave the buyers the control. Right, the open or close were never above the magnetic area or never above this long entry. So it always stayed below. That means the sellers have the full control. They can continue the control today evening, tomorrow also. So this is a much better opportunity compared to that one. In the same way, let us go to ES. In ES, if you see, right, the open was below the magnetic area, the close was above the magnetic area. That means this is not scenario one. If your open and your close are above the magnetic area, then that is scenario one. But if your open is below the magnetic area, your close is above the magnetic area, this is scenario number 4. That is a trend reversal. That means initially it was bearish, but the trend, because of the news, the trend got reversed and then it went further up. So there is a 70% chance trend will continue. Whereas if you see crude oil, also it was little bit below the magnetic area, then it went further high. If you look at silver, so in silver, right, your open was above the magnetic area, your close was above the magnetic. So this is scenario 1. If your open and close are above the magnetic area, that means that the trend will continue further. There is a 90% chance silver will continue to go up. So this is a better opportunity compared to ES or NQ, because NQ also, if you see, the open was below the magnetic area, the close was above the magnetic area. So then there is a 70% chance trend will continue. But if the open and close are above the magnetic area, your chance of success will be much more higher. That means complete day, right? For silver, buyers took the full control. They never allowed sellers to take the control and go further down. They had the control for most of the day. They took it all the way here. Sellers took some control, bring it down. But overall, it is still above this magnetic area. That means silver is a much better bullish opportunity compared to ES or NQ or crude oil or RTY, where for some part of time they were below the magnetic area, but silver was above the magnetic area throughout the day. So whenever you want to plan for the next day, you see, right, okay, this one is my scenario 2. Completely my open is below magnetic area, my close is below magnetic area. That means this is a best opportunity for shorts. Here my open was a little bit above the magnetic area, but my close is below the magnetic area. That means if I don't see a sell signal for copper, then this is the second best opportunity. But if I see same time, if I get a sell signal for both, I'll focus on the copper rather than gold. Because gold minimum for some time it was above the magnetic area, but copper was completely below the magnetic area. So like that, you can do a ranking. So your number one rank, if something is completely bullish throughout the day, right? Like silver, which was completely bullish, the open and close or above the magnetic area. This is my scenario one. So for today evening, silver is my best opportunity for long positions. Copper is my best opportunity for short positions because for entire Friday it was completely bearish. So I can focus on sell signals. In the same way, Apple was completely bullish throughout the day. Right? It was completely above the magnetic area throughout the day. That means there is a high possibility the trend will continue in the same way. If I look at Microsoft, is completely bullish. So this is my scenario one. Apple is my scenario one. SPY is also my scenario one because throughout the day my so but here if you yeah still even though open and close are still above the magnetic area, that means it is scenario one. So if the same candle, if this close somewhere here, then that will be my scenario three. But here SPY overall it stayed above the magnetic area, so it will be still very bullish for tomorrow. QQQ overall it's a doji, but still it is overall bullish. Google above the magnetic area, so still bullish. Amazon above the magnetic area, bullish. Meta above magnetic area, bullish. So there is a high chance for Meta to go until 7:30. Not to tomorrow, but whereas Tesla earlier it came all the way down, but yeah, it stayed above the magnetic area. So Tesla can go tomorrow. Nvidia is above the magnetic area, so Nvidia can go further high. Right, NDX, right? Especially if you are looking for swing trades, we want to be bullish. If you are looking for scalping, you can take bearish, but if you are looking for swing trades, it is your open and close or above the magnetic area. SPX, same thing, it is above the magnetic area. Natural gas, right? The open was below the magnetic area, but the close was above the magnetic area. That means it is scenario number four, where the trend it was going down. Suddenly, the trend got reversed from bearish to bullish. So the open is below magnetic area, closes above magnetic area. That means 70% chance the trend can continue. So your scenario one, scenario two, they are the best opportunities. Your gold, sorry, your copper is the best opportunity for today. And then your silver is the best opportunity for today. Then your GC, all those things will come. Natural gas, right? Wherever the, they are like for some part of the time they are below, for some part, maybe 70% of the time they are above, 25% of the time they are below. So that means you have 75% chance of success if you take the buy signals. Yes, also same thing. For nearly 25% of the day, they were below the magnetic area. Initially, they were bearish. Then they became bullish. So, like this, if you analyze and understand the higher level trend, even before the market opens, then you have high level of higher chance of success. You can focus on that side. So tonight you will see that we will see it mainly. We'll see drop on GC and copper. We will see more bullish action on ESNQ, silver, YM, Russell. The same way, like we have seen different stocks where you can. So now you know the high level trend. So you will wait for whenever you get a sell signal, whether it is a scalping sell or whether it is a swing sell, you can take the trades in the direction. So if I get a swing sell, you can hold the trade for 1 2 hours, right? This is your swing sell. If you see S symbol, that is a swing sell, or if you see buy symbol, that is a swing buy. If these sell, these buy or scalping. So if you get a sell on copper or gold, you can confidently take the trade and hold it for 1 hour, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, and make some nice profits. In the same way, on silver, you get a buy, swing buy. Then you can take the trade, you can hold for 40 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, like that. So, in that way, because now you looked at the high level trend, then you know, okay, which ones are very bullish, which ones are very bearish, which ones are buyers took the control, which ones sellers took the control. Unless there is any major news event, you can follow the strategy. If tomorrow you have CPI, PPI, or tomorrow morning if there is any major job report or then that the strategy may not work. But if the generally Mondays, Tuesdays, you won't have any major news events in the morning. Then you can use the strategy, follow the strategy, and just take the trades in the direction. So you will not be taking trades in the wrong side, wrong direction. Unless you are a scalper, better you stay with the high level trend. Right? Your high level trend for GC is bearish, copper is bearish. For all the others, your high level trend is bullish. So only focus on the buy signals for everything except copper and gold. Only because, right, whenever magnetic area is derived based on the gamma levels, so only if there is a major news event, this strategy will not work. Otherwise, you can just follow the strategy and you can take the trades in the strategy. So tonight you will see it. So for futures level, right, what you need to do is you go to 5 minutes and you create alert on, for example, futures level manager. You can create an alert on entry into a demand supply zone and you put it on 5 minutes. Once per bar close, create. Then if you, because you know that silver is bullish, right? We already marked all these as green. Only copper, GC, they are bearish. So we'll mainly look for buy signals. If you get a notification and whenever you see that silver, you got a buy signal, it is at a demand zone, that is the best time to enter the trade. You create a notification. Now you go to GC and you create an alert. Futures level manager, entry into demand supply zone, once per bar close, create. If I get a buy signal, I will avoid because I know that overall it is bearish. So I'll only focus on the sell signal. If I get a sell, I'll take the trade. Right? If you want a scalping sell, you can also set alerts on scalping, or you only set alerts on future level manager entry into demand supply zone. Whenever you are in a supply zone or a sell zone, that is where you will take the trades for GC short. If you want scalping signals, you can do buy sell signal. That means whenever you receive a sell signal, or you just keep on sell signal. Okay, whenever GC I get a sell, I want to take a short. Whereas for silver, whenever I get a buy signal, I want to take the trades because that is overall bullish. So you don't want to take the sell signals. You only take trades on the buy signal. So like that, you can create the alerts for swing. For swing, you have to use the demand supply zone alert. Whenever you receive the notification, you go and check, okay, I am at a buy zone. If it also shows a B, then that is the best opportunity. You can hold the trade for 1.5 hours. Then you can make nice profits with one trade itself. Uh, yeah, so if you have stock futures level manager, you can trade all major, right? These are the major ones where there is a lot of liquidity, like gold, silver, YM. So generally gold, silver, then copper, they will have a lot of liquidity in the Asia market, right? In the evening times, we mainly focus on GC, silver, copper. Some days, even crude oil, natural gas also will be good during Asia market. Whereas in the morning time, you indices like Dow Jones, Russell, ES, NQ, they will have good volume in the morning times. So if you are trading in the evening time, if you are busy, you want to trade in the evening time when you don't have your primary job, you focus on the metals. If you are if you have time, you don't have too many meetings or something in the morning time, mainly we focus on the US indices. Right. So your futures level manager will give the levels for all these major tickers, right? Like NQ, ES, and then YM, RTY, crude oil, gold, silver, copper, natural gas. Whereas your stocks level manager, you will get all the major, right? Because you need liquidity, right? For the levels to work, you need liquidity. So for every stock, there may not be liquidity, but your SPX, PI, QQQ, NDX, Nvidia, Tesla, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Apple, Meta, VIX, all these will have volume every day. Each and every day, there will be millions and millions of volume transactions will happen. So that's where if you focus on these ones, that is more than enough for you to take the trades. For example, tomorrow, let us say, yes, we get a nice buy signal. Then you can do bull put spreads. You can make $200-300. Or GC, let us say you get a nice swing sell signal. You buy the GLD puts, then, or you can do GLD bear calls. You will make nice profit. So not only with futures, you can use the same levels, which will help you to take stocks, options, futures in different ways. So that's it, everyone. So basically, this exercise will help you to identify the higher level trend. Then you will not take the reverse side of the trades. You will be on the right side of the trend. You will be uh, making nice. So only, yeah, for example, already let us say you are at, so ES, you see that your major resistance is somewhere around when you are in daily. So this is 6120 is your major resistance area, right? Around this area is where there can be. So if you are, even though it might be magnetic above magnetic area, but if you are close to the cell zone, that is where you can avoid the buy signal, right? That means it is bullish, but you are already at a resistance. Then you don't take the buy signals. Or you might be bearish, right? Copper. Overall trend is bearish, but let us say you are already here at 4.52. Right after 2 3 days, it may come all the way down here. You are already below the magnetic area, but you are close to a reversal. So now, if you are after 2 3 days, let us say you are here, you are below the magnetic area. Don't take a short now, right? So It went up, started dropping. That means next 3 4 days we may see a drop with copper. But after 4 days, if you are at a strong support area, even though the trend is bearish, it already dropped so much. Then it can reverse again. So on that day, you should, even though you are below magnetic area, that if it already came all the way to the bottom of the band, you are at a buy zone. Then again, the trend may get reversed. So that's one exception you have to understand. So again, to summarize, whenever you want to plan for the next day, you always go and see, okay, where is my open, where is my close? If it is below the magnetic area, then you can expect downtrend with copper for next 3 4 days. Until it goes here, you can mainly focus on the sell signals for next 3 4 days. Same thing with GC. Your buyers are somewhere here at around 3140. Until that point of time, because mainly your open was little bit above, but your close was below. So there can be high possibility for a drop. So until it goes somewhere here, I'll mainly focus on the sell signals. Whereas yes, until it goes to around 6120, 6130, I'll mainly focus on the buy signals, buy opportunities. So like this. So on the daily, you see whether your open and close are above magnetic area, they are the best ones for buy opportunities. If your open and close are below magnetic area, they are best for the short opportunities until they reach a strong support or strong resistance. So again, tonight in the live session, we can take some trades. You will understand the concept much easy. But I hope you understood like how you can plan even before the right while market open, then you will have a FOMO. You will try to enter every buy signal, sell signal. But when you plan it even before the trading day starts, then you know that oh, GC is bearish, copper is bearish, whereas others are bullish. So let me focus until GC goes all the way down, until it goes somewhere here. My focus is go to 5 minutes. Whenever I get a sell, swing sell, that is the best opportunity. Or scalping sell for $100, I can use scalping signals. If I want to make $500 600 in one trade, then wait for a sell signal, right? This type of signal where, right, for example, on Friday also it was bearish. You got a sell at around 33.89, it dropped nearly 50 60 points. Yeah, that's it, everyone. So I wanted to explain this topic. So if you use this, then you will be on the right side of the market. So again, these levels will tell you. So if you see level 4 or you see level 5, that will tell you that oh, you are in a downtrend. That will give you some idea. But if you understand this concept, you will be much more, you won't take a wrong side trades, right? Because when you prepare well, you will not take the wrong side trades because you are understanding that okay, trend is bearish, right? By looking at the level even before the market open, you know that okay, we are below the magnetic level. Trend is bearish, mode is bearish, GC mode is bearish, trend is bearish. But by understanding the strategy, by marking these levels, you are putting some 10 15 minutes, but that will help you not to get into a FOMO. Suddenly you see a buy signal, you tend to go long. But when you take time to prepare yourself, you understand that oh, GC is very bearish, copper is bearish. So even though you see a buy signal, because you kept some time there, you will not take a long trade by mistake also. Because in your mind you registered that GC, copper are very bearish, whereas others are bullish. So I should not take long signals on these ones. The trend is bearish for these ones. So in that way, you will be more prepared and more focused. So you will not take the wrong trades. Whatever, yeah, every day morning you get these levels, you can update them. For swing, if you are following the trend, then you don't need to use T5. But if you are not following the trend, if you want to take the reverse for scalping, you need to use T5. But if you are using the swing signals based on the trend, then you don't need to use T5 also. Yeah, that's it, everyone. So we'll take some live trades today evening. You will understand while watching the demo more clearly. But yeah, I'll share the recording, watch it once or twice, understand how to be on the right side of the trend. So you will not take the, unless you are a quick scalper, unless you can quickly scalp, better you stay on the higher time frame trend. So your chances of making profit is much more higher instead of trying to take both sides of the trades. Yeah, I'll share the recording and the PPT. So the PPT is already there in the Google Drive, which is there in the onboarding document. Yeah, okay, bro. Talk to you in the evening again.